verse 1. It says, well, I started, it's chapter 2. Sorry. John chapter 2, verse 1. And the third day, there was a marriage in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. And both Jesus was called and his disciples to the marriage. And when they want wine, the mother of Jesus said unto him, they have no wine. Jesus said unto her, woman, what have I to do with thee? My hour is not yet come. Now this is the Lord addressing his mother. He called her woman. Now in this society, if you respond to a woman, and you say, woman, what you want? That's what he was saying. What you got to do with me, woman? He was talking to his mother like that, man. Oh, brother, you can't get at the woman like that. You got to be all nice and smooth with her. This is the Lord speaking to his own mother, man. Verse 4. Jesus said unto her, woman, what have I to do with thee? My hour is not yet come. Plain, man. All right. This is yeah. John chapter 19, verse 25. You see what the Lord said whenever he was dying on the cross to his mother. This is John chapter 19, verse 25. Now there stood by the cross of Jesus his mother and his mother's sister, Mary the wife of Cleophas, and Mary Magdalene. When Jesus therefore saw his mother and the disciple standing by him, which was John, the disciple he beloved, standing by him, whom he loved, he said unto his mother, woman, behold thy son. Then said he to the disciple, behold thy mother. And from that hour, that disciple took her unto his own house, or unto his own home. So the Lord, he referred to his mother again. He just called her woman. And they even show you that in that movie, Passion of Christ, when she was on, when he was about to die on the cross. Okay, about the time when he was asked the Lord to take his spirit, she came up to there. She was doing all that crying and stuff. My flesh and my blood. And he said, woman. And she reacted like that. The Lord was rough, man. Not like you cotton candy Israelites, man. Go to Matthew 27, verse 55 through 56. Okay? So that's how the Lord spoke to his own mother, man. He called her woman. He didn't call her oh mother, oh beloved mother. You know, he said woman. That's two accounts in the scriptures where he told his mother woman. Can you read it?
Matthew 27, verse 55. And many women were there beholding afar off.
Yeah.
Which followed Yahushua from Galilee, ministering unto him, among which was Mary Magdalene and Mary, the mother of James and Joseph, and the mother of Zebedee's children.
Which was John and James. Go to Luke 8, 1 through 3. So you have women that follow the Lord starting back from when he started his ministry in Galilee till when he had died on the cross. Okay?
Luke chapter 8, verse 1. And it came to pass afterwards that he went throughout every city and village, preaching and showing the glad tidings of the kingdom of the Most High. And the 12 were with him. And a certain woman which had been healed of evil spirits and infirmities, Mary called Magdalene, out of whom went 7 devils.
That's right. All right.
It's like.
Did you eat something? You gotta eat before you come out. Cause you got a high metabolism. Alright? That's right. So you even had women following the Lord even ones that had spirits on them previously, and the Lord healed them. Okay? This is Luke chapter 18, verse 9. And he spake this parable unto certain which trust in themselves that they were righteous and despised others. Like you camps. These other Israelite camps, they despise others. They despise us. They make themselves look more righteous. Okay? It says, and he spake this parable unto certain which trust in themselves that they were righteous and despised others. 2 men went up into the temple to pray, the one a Pharisee and the other a publican. Because it said the publicans and the harlots shall enter the kingdom of heaven before the Pharisees and the scribes. The Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself, God, I thank thee that I am not as other men are, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even as this publican.
He's being proud.
That's right, he's being proud like these guys. Oh,
he had confidence in himself. He wasn't humble. He didn't have confidence in the Yahweh B'Shem Shah. He was saying, I did all this stuff like that. Like he can make himself righteous, like this faggot ass dude, 14 Israelite dude, man.
That's right. He said, I thank thee that I am not as other men are, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even as this publican.
Right. Why are you looking at all the other people's iniquities and stuff like that? You gotta check yourself first. He wasn't checking himself. He was like, oh, I'm doing this and all that. But everybody got flaws, man.
That's right.
But he was so proud that, oh, I fast, I do this instead, and looking at everybody else. He wasn't examining himself.
It says, I fast twice in the week. I give tithes of all that I possess. And the publican standing afar off would not lift up so much as his eyes unto heaven, but smote upon his breast, saying, God, be merciful to me, a sinner.
Right, he was humble. The Most High honor him, humility, humble. If you humble, he'll honor that, man.
That's right.
And sincerity.
Yeah. Because to be honest, all of us have sinned. Yep. We ain't worthy to get on the chariot. All right? The only thing we hoping on, which is our righteousness, is trusting in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Shai and rehearsing the righteous acts and pray that we are the elect. That's why the scriptures say, give diligence to make thy calling and election sure, because many are called, but few are chosen. You're called, but you're not chosen, man. And it's evident. Verse 14, I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other. For everyone that exalteth himself shall be abased, and he that humbleth himself shall be exalted. That's plain. Luke 7:36. Alright, so that was an example of a publican, alright, which the people called them sinners, man. Alright?
7:36.
Yeah, and read down to the end.
Luke chapter 7, verse 36.
Yeah.
And one of the Pharisees desired him that he would eat with him. And he went into the Pharisee's house and sat down to meat. And behold, a woman in the city which was a sinner.
So she was probably a harlot, like the Lord said. And everybody knew she was a sinner. Keep reading.
When she knew that Yahushua sat at meat in the Pharisee's house, brought an alabaster box of anointment, and stood at his feet behind him weeping, and began to wash his feet with tears.
Yeah, she wasn't even, she was so humble, okay, that she didn't even want to really look the Lord in the face, man. So she stood behind him and she was crying and washing his feet with her tears. Alright?
And did wipe them with the hairs of her head.
And at this time, the so-called black woman had hair, if you can imagine that. Okay? Because the curse of them being bald didn't fall on them yet.